Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Game 3 between MaNa and WhiteRa. Of course, this is a Black Dragon League match. Best of 3, and these players are 1-1 against each other, with WhiteRa taking that last game on Shakura's Plateau with some sick Colossus numbers. So it looks like we are here on the Lost Temple in the close spawning positions when I open up the production tab, just to see what's what. We do have MaNa over here in the yellow colors, as well as WhiteRa over here in the red, so I'm glad to see they are sticking to those colors. And I don't know what we're going to see. First game, WhiteRa did choose to open with that 4-gate, and it was denied by MaNa, so it was great. Second game, both players went 3-gate row, but it was far positions on Shakura's. So that did lead to a macro sort of game. Both players managed to get into 2 bases, almost 3 bases before the game was over. And really, this is anybody's game, anybody's strategy. Don't know if we're going to see another 3-gate robo into the Colossi. We do these close positions here will, of course, promote that early aggression, as well as making a third a very vulnerable choice. So I don't think it's going to be any sort of longer game. You don't really want to get to a third in these sort of positions, or even in Protoss versus Protoss in general. So we're just going to see some chrono boosting going down. Not much to talk about in this early game. So unfortunately, I don't have much to talk about at all. I'm just going to kind of blather, I guess. And it looks like just the gateways going down for these players. Nothing out of the ordinary. MaNa scouting a little bit earlier than his opponent. Going to come out here to the tower. Possibly see if he can catch that probe, but that tower will go down just before that probe comes out. And actually, he's going to go ahead and scout cross map right away, which is what the okay, then we don't see that probe hop. That's pretty sweet. You know, probe's bumping. Probe's got some hydraulics. Don't know how much that upgrade costs, but it's definitely worth it after what I just saw. But WhiteRa is going to find his opponent first, so he will have that slight advantage, but seeing that probe so early, MaNa will probably maybe infer that WhiteRa's over there, but it looks like no, he's going to come down here. Came down here and didn't even really scout, so I don't know what MaNa's doing with this probe. He's all over the place. Looks like WhiteRa managed to steal a couple of minerals from MaNa's fields, and it looks like MaNa's Cybercore actually up quite a bit ahead of WhiteRa's, about 15 game seconds, which could be really anything. I don't know how much they are, 3/4 of a second or something. Maybe less extreme than that. Any more hydraulics on this probe? No. Looks like MaNa's probe not going to pimp it up right now for us, but he did put on the one show, so we should be pretty grateful about that. And pretty much standard play right now. No cheese, nothing too exciting, which is a little bit of a shame. We do have the Zealot coming out for WhiteRa right now. Of course, these guys are playing to win, not to entertain us casters or viewers. This is for the win, for the Black Dragon League. Big stuff. WhiteRa doing a very good thing here, clearing the base, making sure that no... Oh, wait, no, wait. This is MaNa's base. WhiteRa doing a good thing here, hiding his probe to possibly do some shenanigans, and hopefully MaNa will clear his base. Meanwhile, WhiteRa doing the good thing over here, which is chasing MaNa's probe away to make sure there is no shenaniganery. And it looks like the Zealot is possibly going to be looking around, going on the edge. Don't know if it's going to be sent around the base. We do have Warp Gate being Chrono Booster for both these guys. MaNa with 43 energy, and both these guys with pretty, or that's WhiteRa, both these guys with pretty even energy. It looks like 3 gates down for MaNa, as well as a 4th. So it looks like MaNa's going to be the 4-gater this game, and WhiteRa does have the probe alive in the base, so if he does decide to shoot that back in, which he is right now, he will be fully aware of this, and that could be pretty bad for MaNa. But if he can execute it correctly, he might be in a good spot. So that is 4 gates there. WhiteRa knows exactly what's going on. He has 3 gates of his own. Is he shooting for a robo? Don't know. Is he going to lay it on a 4th gate? Don't know. But it looks like his warp gate tech is going to be done in just a few seconds. MaNa's warp gate tech is going to finish a little earlier. Chrono boosting out that Stalker to make sure it gets out before the transition. This is pretty well timed by MaNa. Actually, this one is a little bit far behind. Don't know if he, just slipped a little bit there. Not the best timing. But pretty much this is as early as you want 4 gates to happen, actually a little earlier. And he is warping a unit right here, so this is pretty early, just didn't finish right with that gate. WhiteRa doing the good thing of warping in 2 sentries here, and is he going to lay down a robo? That will be the deciding factor. If he can lay down the robo and hold this off, he will have that faster Colossus tech, and it'll be a complete flip from game 1. It looks like the Stalker getting trapped there for MaNa. Good control there from WhiteRa. Oh, sentries, be careful, Jesus. Bringing that Zealot back so it doesn't take unnecessary damage from Stalkers that it doesn't really need to. And looks like, is MaNa going to keep up with this attack? There we go, warping in a sentry now, so possibly hoping to trap some stuff of WhiteRa's, as he won't be able to build up enough energy for a Guardian Shield. And WhiteRa doing the good thing here, laying down the robotics facility. Definitely the goal you want is to deny the 4-gate while teching up, because you will be higher in tech than them, and you pretty much will win the game unless you have a drastic screw-up, or you have to leave. So it looks like WhiteRa just poking down there with that Stalker is very dangerous, dodging that force field very clutchly, and it looks like that sentry energy was wasted, so very nice there from WhiteRa. All he needs to do is hold this off, and he will be good, but MaNa no scrub, he might be able to do a lot of damage to WhiteRa, not laying down any of those pylons that allow you to warp onto the high ground. However, he is expanding as well, so he looks like he's just going to contain WhiteRa here while he expands. Usually if the 4-gate fails, this is pretty much the fallback, or you can rush to DTs if you're pretty awesome, but it looks like WhiteRa's robotics facility is going to be out. Is he going to start with an observer or an immortal? Looks like no, he's going to spend his gas. Oh wait, that's not his thing. Oh no, now these tabs are confusing me, even though they're blatantly colored so that I don't F anything up. But no, looks like he's just warping in these units right now. Nothing out of this robo facility. ATM and more stuff getting warped in here from MaNa back at home actually. So it looks like WhiteRa is actually going to lay down the bay without getting anything out of that robo facility. And he's going to go straight for Colossi, and he will have those faster than MaNa. And even if you are on 2 base, if you've only got gateway units and your opponent can produce some gateway units and like 2 Colossi, you might be in the hole quite a lot. But it looks like this container's doing pretty well. He does have those sentries there to force field and stop any sort of breaking out. So he needs to be very careful if he plans to move out of this ramp. He will, of course, need a Colossus to break those force fields. It looks like one of those Colossi being chrono boosted out right now. So WhiteRa will be in a pretty good position. Looks like the expansion has just come up for Mr. MaNa, warping in more and more units back at home. Just wants to do this little soft contain, and he has a probe right on patrol out here to make sure that WhiteRa doesn't warp anything out and go straight for his base. So smart. He's going to see everything. Definitely love that play by MaNa. Still chilling here at the bottom of the ramp, making sure nothing tries to move out. Looks like he actually is going to pull back now that his expansion has been established. Doesn't want to get caught off guard by any Colossi, as he knows WhiteRa could be attacking 2 Colossi or DTs inside that base, and he has no way of knowing because he does not quite have a robo yet. It did just get laid down here at the top of the base. Looks like WhiteRa going to choose this moment to move out. The army is gone, and the Colossus is on the field, so he's going to move out to do some serious damage. Going to kill that proxy pylon, and MaNa is going to know there are Colossi on the field. Why don't we take a look at that army count? Looks like we are 44 supply for WhiteRa, 36 for MaNa, and that is no joke. Let's see what goes on here. Get rid of that stupid tab. Gonna move in here with seriously good numbers. A lot of zealots here to hold back the front lines, but oh, all those force fields getting laid down, crushed immediately by the Colossus. Colossus gonna deal some sick damage here. No kills yet, but it is getting a lot of damage going on. It does have the Guardian Shield around it, and it is not taking as much damage as it can. Of course, not taking any damage at all. All of MaNa's force is absolutely melting to the thermal lances and particle beams and disruptors and side blades of MaNa's of Duckload Ra's stuff. It looks like he is reinforcing pretty well here. This Colossus doing a lot of damage. 6 kills. It is officially a Mentor. Congratulations. But if it dies, MaNa might be able to defend right now. No, WhiteRa going to push in here with more Stalkers. No proxy pylon for the gentleman, reinforcing from his base, but a second Colossus here is probably going to seal the deal, microing those Stalkers away from those Zealots. Very good. Another Colossus coming out for WhiteRa. And it looks like he is going to shut this down. There's no mining at this expansion. Nothing up here to defend against this Colossus. And of course, you can't force field it out. So it looks like WhiteRa is going to take this game. Once MaNa decides to GG, WhiteRa can target this tech, target these probes, and MaNa can't quite do anything about it. So MaNa is going to GG. And WhiteRa will take that best of 3 for the Black Dragon League. Pretty cool series of games there. A lot of Colossi, but you know, what are you going to do? It's Protoss versus Protoss. So, you know, hope you enjoyed this, and thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, please, and check out ST2Casts and NJFail.com for casts and tournaments, respectively. So, APM going to show 193 for MaNa, 125 for Mr. WhiteRa. Thanks again for watching, and word up.